At the bar, I see very successful encounters. So I don't know, maybe it's just because everyone is drunk there, but when I am bartending, I'll oftentimes see men approach women. Majority of the time, they either chat for a little bit, end up dancing together, whatever. I rarely ever see a man approach a woman at my bar, at least where I work, and them just be like, straight fist. Unless they were like drunk as hell all over them being a weirdo, then of course.
Yeah.
But usually they give them a chance.
The thing about that example, Keeko, is the type of dudes that are going to bars are gregarious, outgoing guys who like have confidence in their game, and they know that there's attractive girls out there, and they want to go talk to them. That is not representative of the average male population.
Okay, but like how Sam said, get out of there and go. When men approach women in a nice way and not creepy, majority of the time it's not met with just get away from me. Online, maybe, because I'm not gonna respond to a random man who just DMs me if I don't know who they are, because honestly it's scary. I don't know who I can meet out there and be a weirdo and chop me up into a million pieces. But you know, sometimes you could read it better in person. So I feel like for men, a lot of encounters come better. That's why I was gonna ask her, have you just started this after the pandemic? Like, have we seen a shift since the pandemic where people were inside trying to do this versus when men were out and approaching women and it wasn't as taboo for those things? I see them having a fairly easy time, especially in IV. It could be the ugliest man walking up to an average woman and they'll go home together. Men in IV have no problem getting laid. I've watched the ugliest men get laid every single night.
Keeko, because you are seeing a specific subset of men.
That's why I said maybe it's the area.
No, it's not just the area. This is across the board. A very small amount of men are just getting women easily. For the vast majority, you shake your head. I talk to a lot of men, Keeko, a lot of men, and they all come to me because they're like, bro, it seems like you have confidence in understanding how women work. Help me because I'm struggling with these women. A lot of dudes are not successful with women. The majority of guys are not successful with women. It is difficult for men to attract and keep women if they are average men. It is not an easy thing.
I would say if they're below average.
It is no. It's not. It's not.
Well, this is exactly why marriage rates are declining.
And it's also why she has 800,000 followers across her platforms of attractive. You said it's below average men. She has attractive dudes that are struggling to get solid
I would say
women.
any man who's going to her for that probably has some more deep-rooted issues.
No,
is the reason why they're having to
Keeko,
do that.
the problem is that you are judging. You are
normal.
judging all men based on the small subset of men that you see.
I don't think you could speak on.
You're judging off the small subset.
No, I know a shitload of guys.
So do I.
Okay, a shitload of guys.
Let's pull up some studies too, by the way.
Yeah, the majority of these guys. I mean, all you have to do is look at that thing that Brian brings up. The female,
like how everyone's hoes.
No, hold on.
How do hoes exist?
Hold on. The female delusion.
They're fucking everybody.
Please listen.
Keeko, let him finish.
Please listen.
He's cut me off a lot of times, Brian. If you haven't.
Keeko, you're the master of cutting off. Just let him finish, and then you can go. Well, you would look shocked, but just. By the way, you can keep a poker face while people are talking. You don't need to do like a whole. You don't need to do like a
Brian, don't say anything to me anymore.
You don't, bro.
Do you want views or no? If
bro,
I was just sit here like this, you're not gonna get shit. So let me do what I do. Thank you.
It's if you're like grimacing when someone's trying to make a point and you're like rolling your eyes, it's kind of rude.
He does the exact same shit.
I'm not looking
Keeko,
at
I've listened to many of your points. I let you make them and I try to address them. And the point that I want to make right now. Throughout, so I've done, this is what, the 9th episode that I've done at this point, and one of the things Brian has asked girls, he goes like, okay, so what kind of guys do you like, right? Girls like tall guys who ideally make a decent amount of money. Oftentimes, like Deborah said, it's above 6 foot tall, right? And if you look up the female delusion calculator and you look at the amount of dudes that are above 6 feet tall that make, $90,000 a year or up, it's like less than 1% of the population, okay? So you have women saying, hey, this is what I want. 99% of men do not fit that standard, okay? And so you say, well, it's the below average guys that, they can't get laid. Literally 99% of men do not fit in the average woman's standards for what they want in a partner. Do you see the problem there?
I see that, but my point is, a lot of women might be saying that, but their actions aren't showing that. I might say that, but my last ex was broke as fucking 5'7".
You're
so
right.
he still got to date me.
You're right,
and I
which
was
is
not,
why
he got to date you.
Yeah, he got to date me.
What?
Yeah. Let me re-say it again.
You
He
guys got to date
me.
You guys got to date each other, right?
Based off of the point of he's saying is how he's below me because he's not 6 foot and wasn't making that much money. In his eyes, he got to date me because based
Is
off
that
what
how
you guys
you
are
view
saying.
it? Is that your frame of how you view?
I would say he got to date me because he reached out to me for months beforehand, and we had to have multiple friends intervene to get us into a relationship.
You didn't get
why.
to date each other?
Honestly,
You didn't feel fortunate to date him?
No, not at all.
So why did you date him?
I was honestly
Interesting.
dragged into it. I was in a very traumatic point of my life.
Rip for this.
Can I say something? Real
Okay,
quick
when I
on
met
this
him, I
topic?
was at a very
Eric, can you pull
low
up the
point of my life.
infographics?
We met 1 month before the pandemic hit, and we kind of just got stuck together.
A
If I had
convenience.
never,
Stuck together.
if I wouldn't have experienced what I experienced right before meeting him, we were basically, if you know what the term is, we were trauma bonded basically together. And it took me a long time to get out of it, honestly, because I thought he was. So after I was with him, I was scared to get out of it. So because you guys are fucking making fun of me, if you want me to actually say the real reasons, yeah, he was giving me those signs that if I was gonna actually leave him, he was gonna, you know.
It was rude. It was rude.
What?
What's like?
Huh?
It was rude.
It wasn't me. It was Eric.
Well, I'm
I
sorry.
think we
I'm sorry
can
to
all
hear that
agree.
relationship.
There's a lot of
it's fine,
psycho
but it's just
guys
like,
out
dude,
there these days.
Like you guys are acting like
psychos.
You guys want to see just one side of everything.
There are psycho guys out there, but to paint like, you make it sound like it's like a large.
No.
percentage of the dating
It's
pool.
not a large percentage, but there are like this fringe group of guys that I don't know what it is. I don't know if this is new to society, but like the guys are like, I'll kill myself if you break up with me. Like seek some help.
That's what he did at
Seek
first.
some
Yeah.
Women do
help.
that
First-
shit too, though.
I know it's
Women do
manipulative
that
as
shit
bullshit,
too.
and
It's bad
everyone
both
needs to
ways,
get
for sure.
serious help if you're saying that to someone, because that's just manipulating somebody.
That's like so rare, though.